Hello, how you guys doing? A little while ago, I was suggested to do a PowerPoint presentation as a stream. And so I decided to do that based on the advice of, I believe it was, I should have gotten that up before I said this stream. Captain Toast, that was it. So we're gonna do a PowerPoint presentation on a YouTuber you've never heard of. I titled it on Twitter like a huge expose. I should probably change that because it's really just about like one or two actual YouTubers, not like all of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and just change that real quick because like it's really just about two YouTubers, possibly more, probably less. Well, yeah, whatever. How are you guys doing? I need to shout out the because making it sound like it's like a bigger, more systemic issue than it is makes it feel a little bit like clickbait. So I'm gonna go ahead and change that real quick. Link in the replies. Something went wrong and we won't let you do that. Why is that? Oh, cool. So I just can't? Is there a reason I can't? Am I banned on Twitter for some reason? Oh no, Twitter's just dying for something. Oh no, it went through. Oh my god, it just went through like 8 times. Let's go ahead and just delete all of those. There we go. Okay, there we go. Something went wrong, and then it just posted it like 8 times. Let me thank the people who gave out subs and resubs. So Lixa, thank you for the 52 months of support. That's very cool of you. Thank you Anna LRK for 53 months of support. Plastic Squid, thank you for the huge 93 months of support. And then Anon, thank you for the 2 gift subs. I believe that was 2 of them. If you like Down the Rabbit Hole, you're gonna be slightly disappointed in this because I'm not as good as Fred at doing this. So this is my first presentation. This is my first PowerPoint presentation that I'm doing as a stream. Important notes. Is this the first time I'm using PowerPoint since I left college? Yes. Yes, it is. Do I think this transition is fun? Yes. Yes, I do. Do I wish I had more time to prepare for this? Murder and the Cover-Up, the life and disappearance of Wondrous Mr. Bear. That's what we're talking about today. So who is, and I'm gonna call him like the Wondrous Mr. Bear for the sake of this. I'll probably just call him Mr. Bear at times. But yeah, he was a partnered Twitch streamer. He was a YouTuber with 115,000 subs, give or take. I'm going off of memory here for reasons that we'll get into in a minute. He was largely children-based content, so it's like, you know, wholesome, like... I looked up the other guy and all I could find was Big Titty Furry thumbnail. Yeah, he's gone. Can't Google anyone with that name. Yeah, we'll get into that in just a minute. Very PG, like Christian friendly kind of stuff, right? Generally had like he wasn't actually a Christian as far as I know. Kept a generally positive vibe for his streams and videos, did a lot of charity work. He was openly LGBT pro like that, and did some work for St. Jude's and such, but just didn't really like to give out, like, you know, do stuff for, you know, more controversial stuff. Like he wouldn't do one for like the Palestinian Relief Fund or something like that. He would do stuff for like St. Jude's, or, you know, we'll talk about the Save the Porpoise one that he did in a bit. But yeah, thank you, Anon, for the 5 gift subs. And hey, Fred's here. Fred is actually good at this kind of thing, and I'm not. So we're gonna see the difference in what someone who's actually good at this kind of thing does. Thank you for the 47 months of support. He's here to rate my rabbit holing. So let's talk about why you can't find this dude on the internet. His internet presence, along with his MCN, because he had an MCN, have been removed from the internet. Why, like I said, will become kind of obvious later on. I watched him a lot on YouTube, and I would watch his Twitch streams privately, because I didn't want people to know that I was watching him. I remade his logo as best as I could remember it. His streams, his videos are all like lost media now. Never did a face cam, just did gameplay and monologues. I'm be real with you, I really liked his stuff, and like it definitely influenced my style, especially when I was first starting, because I didn't really have like a basis for what it was like to be a YouTuber or a streamer, or like how you even do that stuff. So like, you know, I kind of just did that kind of stuff. Do we have a time scale for when the story begins? He started doing Let's Plays in the style of Yogscast in around 2009. Eventually moved on to other YouTube kind of games, and, you know, the Happy Wheels, that kind of stuff. A lot of the games that I streamed, especially early on, were ones that I saw him to stream first, and then I did. Gained a little bit of a following, and then just started his own MCN because he got burned by Machinima. Collabed with pretty much everyone, but mostly just like on his channel. Yeah, this is old YouTube shit. I actually found this image on the internet when I was trying to find images of him, and it was like kid-friendly YouTubers, and this is the image that came up on their website. Which is just completely unrelated to this, but like he did not collab with Vinny. I found this image and I was like, what is this? What is this image? Because these are like the ones that I know, most of them are not like kid friendly. Like, I don't know why they put this image on a website describing kid friendly YouTubers. But yeah, Filthy Frank is on here. Logan Paul is on here. But he did stuff with like Jacksepticeye, Pyrocynical, Markiplier, Skydoes, Minecraft, that kind of thing. I didn't catch all of them because like a lot of that was just like, yeah, you know, like I don't know why whoever made this image made this image. Anyway, so he made his MCN. Again, I tried to remake the logo as best as I could from my memory, which is a lot of me setting up for this stream, was like remaking their logos, because I realized that otherwise it would just be text. Is the channel still up? No. He did collabs and it was on YouTube when he would do the collabs, but his channel is no longer there for reasons. Tiny Rocket was largely based on his branding exclusively. He was invite only. I wanted in. I did try and apply, but I was rejected because, you know, I didn't have like 100,000 subs or whatever the hell they wanted. Many of the people who ended up actually getting into the group did stop pretty shortly after, because, yeah. I didn't think to use the Wayback Machine, so I didn't find it there, but, yeah. He did sign on a guy named Mr. Kittles, which I didn't know until I was looking this up, was apparently a reference to Scary Movie 2. I haven't seen Scary Movie 2, but according to the page for Scary Movie 2, like he's on the villains page on like the villains wiki. Mr. Kittles in the Scary Movie 2. Anyway, apparently was, you know, a thing. I really didn't like when they did collabs, because he was fucking annoying. He was very much that loud, like, overbearing thing. Like, Mr. Bear himself was more of a quiet, soft-spoken dude with, like, a little bit of a British accent. And, like, that's great when you're sick and you just need to, like, vibe. Just someone with a nice, like, calm demeanor is really good. Which is why it was weird that he, like, signed on Mr. Kittles, because Mr. Kittles was fucking annoying. But anyway, they did some collab stuff. And yeah, Mr. Bear did wear like a pseudo fursuit when he went to Comic-Con 2012, where they both tabled. I guess they shared a room. Again, the information on this is almost impossible to fucking find because, yeah. And shortly after the Comic-Con 2012, like, thing, they, like, stopped talking and Mr. Kettles just, like, stopped making content. So what Mr. Kittles was saying at the time, and I didn't believe him because, like, fuck that guy in general, like, and that's definitely my own biases, and this is a little bit of me getting called out, because, like, you know, people want to believe that the people they like are not awful. And, you know, I didn't like Mr. Kittles anyway, so it was really easy for me to believe that he sucked ass. But anyway, Mr. Kittles did accuse him of weirdness towards, like, the fursuit where it's just the head and hands and sometimes feet is called a partial. Okay. Did not know that. But yeah, he accused him of some weirdness towards adult fans. Like, he would, like, be talking to him and he'd, like, go to their rooms at night in the convention, which is why I think that they were probably not in the same, like, they were in the same room, so that way, like, why would Mr. Kittles know where Wondrous Mr. Bear was going? But he also accused him of, like, physical assault, like, that the Wondrous Mr. Bear, like, beat his ass at the hotel. But they didn't call the cops over it. And there was no evidence to prove this, and no one came forward with, like, SA claims. So it was a one-off accusation. Mr. Kittles just kind of fell off after, like, he accused him of all this shit, because, like, when you accuse someone of all this kind of stuff, you kind of want to have, like, some proof for it, and then he just, like, did not have that. In 2015, the Wondrous Mr. Bear did a charity drive for the Porpoise Conservation Society. It's, as far as I could tell, it's a cool charity. I was there and donated. And apparently Valinqua is a type of porpoise. There's only 20 of them left worldwide. And there was some crying that could be heard from, like, another room. Also, like, the Porpoise Conservation Society needs, like, a better graphic designer. But there was some crying that was heard on stream. He told, like, multiple people brought it up on stream, and he had to, like, actually, like, go deal with it. So he went to go talk to the neighbors about it, and then, like, it stopped after that. I was there, I donated, it seemed like a good charity to me. It was a guy that I liked. I did it under pseudonym because, like, I didn't want to, you know, I don't want to, like, I didn't hear the crying personally. I must have been like up and getting a drink or something at the time, but people were kept talking about it. I feel like I had a slide on him specifically. Oh yeah, no, here it talks about like his British accent and all that jazz. They should have used a better logo, honestly. Yeah, and that was something that I wanted to bring up as well, is that this website needs better stuff. So in 2012, the Wondrous Mr. Bear got swatted during a game jam competition. He was streaming the games, and this is the last time that anyone ever heard of him. It sounded like they were shooting, and the police did shut the stream down after a bit. No one knows what the fuck happened after this point. I was there, I was live. I did have to take a few days off in order to like deal with this shit, because like, yeah, I'd been watching him for a while and then he was just gone. My theory is that the game jam was like someone snuck like some sort of Trojan in and was able to dox him, because like I said, he was like very like, I mean, he wore suits that way, like, or a partial, I guess it is, in order to like not get so he could just kind of be himself and not have to worry about like people finding out who he is and all that jazz. So yeah, that was a lot, and that was weird. So Tiny Rocket, his MCN, shuts off shortly after the event, doing some damage control, saying, oh, you know, like, charity was a great success, or the game jam was a great success, thank you for everyone who came out and all that jazz, trying to like downplay it and not get anything going on there. And then they just fucking wiped everything, like DMCA claim anyone and everyone talking about this dude, right? And so like Tiny Rocket is gone. Anyone who is signed with him because they had access to their YouTube accounts completely destroyed their YouTubes. And then like his channel is gone. Like if you look for it, you cannot find anything involving Wondrous Mr. Bear. Are they going to claim my stream after me talking? Maybe. So it turns out that the real Mr. Bear was not a 20-something British dude, but I was actually Mark Delgado. We found out about this later. He was a 67-year-old dude with a record of assault and battery. His accent was totally fucking fake. He worked as a truck driver for a while. He's a father of two. Both of them are now grown. He was wanted in connection with a possible like series of murders in the I-80 corridor of Ohio, which is probably why he was YouTubing, and probably why he was YouTubing under a pseudonym, so that way they couldn't like find him. When they raided the place, there was like a thing that they were saying involving like multiple mutilated corpses in the room. Like, again, I was there for the stream, which is super fucked up considering it was like a kids-friendly stream. So I don't know if he's dead or not. So, what did we learn? It could have been a false call. I don't know. The guy's name doesn't pull shit up. The guy is just gone from the fucking internet entirely. Like, completely fucking gone. According to the cops, they were saying there were corpses in the room that he was streaming it from. There's not tweets talking about him. There's no one talking about like their collabs with him, any of that shit. So imagine you are working in a sweatshop, right? And you're on the line and you're about to go home, and your boss goes, you gotta stay. We're making merch for this big YouTuber, and we're gonna make a whole bunch of merch for him, and his name is the Wondrous Mr. Bear, and you're like, what the fuck? Right? How did I find this out? Because I was a fan of his. Like, I feel like one of the most depressing parts of life would be working in a sweatshop, and then you're making merch for someone that your kids watch, and the guy kind of sucks. Right? Like, isn't that just a horrible fucking existence? Now, luckily, I made this whole thing up, but what I'm trying to say is, I have a lot of issues with the manufacturing of merch. I have a lot of problems with the way that YouTuber merch is made. I have no idea if it's actually made in sweatshops or not. The quality of it is shit. There's problems with shipping. Almost every single time I do want a merch drop, the shipping fucks up. The pricing is awful. I almost never get like a decent cut of it. I usually get like $5 or whatever. And it doesn't come in all sizes. Whose face was that? I went to this person does not exist and generated a face. Anyway, the shirts don't come in all sizes, so if you're like triple XL or you're like baby size, it's not gonna fit you. It doesn't come in all the colors that people want, because people will be like, I want this on a tote bag and I want it to be pink, and I'm like, I would not do that, because like that's not a color combo I'd do. So how do we fix that? And how do we make merch where it doesn't suck ass? I finally found the solution. And this is what I've been talking about since like the end of last month. I have new merch that is dropping on the Discord right now. And here it is. They're stencils. You print them out. You use whatever the fuck you want to put them on. You cut out the black bits. I haven't uploaded them to the Discord yet, but I will. This will be available for patrons and Twitch subs. So you can pretty much do whatever you want with this outside of just doing like shit. Just like make it nice. But yeah, you can put this on anything. The Breeze flag there, I'm gonna have like a thing where you can put whatever flavor of gay you want on the thing. These are not perfect. You can use the bottom left one is for Palestine if you want to do that. I have an anarchist flag here. We've got bisexual pride. Where's the Discord? It's the sub Discord. I haven't put it up yet because I didn't want to like Palestine is a flavor of gay pride. I mean, no, but like, you know, I don't know, but you could use it for that. Here, let me go ahead and like create a channel real quick. Merch. So yeah, you can have Bree holding any of these. Again, you'll have to cut out the black bits. Don't cut out the lining around the outside because it's not going to work. And I think those should all work. But I'm going to upload them for free. They're pay what you want. Effectively $5. Honestly, the longest part of me doing this drop was figuring actually how I was going to like submit this information or submit these things for y'all. But there's two different versions. There's the black version you see here, and then there's a less yeah, okay, so I should mention the intersex flag. I did my best to try and make it work. But the problem is that doing circles with stencils sucks ass. My recommendation is to get two circle shaped objects, like a coffee can and maybe a soda. Put the soda down and do something like that. I don't know. I literally just don't know enough about stencils to be able to make it so that way you could do the intersex one, and I'm very sorry to anyone who's intersex. I spent a decent amount of time trying to figure out how the fuck to make that work. But yeah, that's that was my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't really have anything else to do after this. I kind of want to just lay down on the floor downstairs because it's fucking hot as hell up here. I don't want to talk about that right now. Midnight, I can talk about. Go buy a window AC, dude. There aren't any to have. So the merch is pay what you want, essentially. Can we 3D print stencils? They're PNGs. I don't know enough about 3D printing in order to tell you whether or not you can do that or not. This is what they look like. Also, I'd recommend... Oh, shit. Did I upload the wrong version of the hat? I did. No, this is right. Okay, so in the segments where it's like there's clearly supposed to be continuing line, once you go cut all this out, all the black bits out, just fill in that line manually. It's pretty easy to do. I've got some examples, actually. Give me half a second. I'll go grab them. They've actually been secretly hidden in the back of streams for the past, like, month or so. I'll be right back. One sec. So this is like an arc, but it's went in reverse. So, for example, and I just used a marker for this, but... And the little X's show you where you need to, like, pin it down if you want to do that. Some of times the support ones will break. I would recommend not using printer paper. I would recommend using something like or maybe use printer paper, then transfer it over to something like manila folders or cardstock. That'll work a lot better. You just need something thick. This little guy, again, same sort of thing. Works just fine. And then lastly, the little brie with the flag. I really wanted to make this originally in support of Palestine, but then I was like, oh, it's almost gay month, so let's make it so that way it can be gay too. So brie can hold whatever flag that you happen to carry, and so you can do that, and you can put it on whatever the hell you want. and just show off free art. So that way you can have whatever merch you want and whatever size you want. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this presentation. I hope that you enjoyed the stream. Like I said, subs at this was a shit post. Count Cannoli. This dude didn't exist. I made him up. If you share, there is a 3D printing option called Lithopane. It's an automatic online generator for it. So it's off topic. Do you have a design reference for the guy? I do need to make a design reference for him. Because I don't have one right now. This is about as close as you'll get for now. I don't draw them with hands often, just because, you know. Yeah, Fatnet's called me a motherfucker off screen, which is fair. Because doing research is hard, but it's a lot easier to just make shit up. You should try that, Fred. Just make some shit up. It's so easy to do these when you just make shit up on the fly, you know? I was like, he probably should do some collabs with some, like, big people. Everything was a lie, except for this bit. And actually, the Porpoise organization does exist, and I think it's kind of fucked up there's only 20 of those little fellas left. Just an aside, like, completely unrelated, like, this charity is real. Bro, I built a whole brand on not lying. I literally cannot. I'm just saying, it would be a lot easier if you just straight up lied. You know? It's like, you know, it seems like a lot of work to actually research things. Have you tried lying? Just saying. Just be evil. This person does not exist makes upsettingly real looking people now. But yeah. The faces are very uncanny. They've gotten better. Yeah, merch shop localized entirely within Discord. If you want to pay more than $5, you totally can. I'll be uploading them to Patreon as well, so you can do that if you want. And yeah, I'll try and add more stuff as I go. Does that mean that Rev used AI art? No. Well, yes, but they ethically source their stuff for that. For this person does not exist. Whereas AI art generators like ChatGPT just steal content. Have you ever considered just making up creepy stories for stream? Yeah, I just did that. And also, yeah, the town of nowhere. I mean, more than once. Yeah. You should listen to the town of nowhere because it's good. I did make this design as well. I couldn't figure out how to do it. But I drew no in the Family Guy death post. So that way and they're wearing like cowboy boots with like short shorts and a crop top, but I couldn't figure out how to make it work where you wouldn't think that they're bleeding from the head. There's also one that involved this is the original sketch for both of these two. I could not get the one of Noah to work no matter what I did. So can anyone tell me how to get to the sub Discord? I think it's oh, not allowed to fetch. Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, the Discord integration thing at the bottom there. You link your Twitch to your Discord. The FAQ and Moobots thing there will tell you how to do it. I'm going to go lie down because it is 90 degrees in my office and I absolutely refuse to deal with that shit. It's humid as fuck. And both the cats are laying down on the floor downstairs. Herman is smart. He's lying down on like the tile. I missed your sub. I'm so sorry, Shiger Rivoli. Thank you for the 18 months of support. You deserve this for the debate. Thanks. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Get you an AC. They just didn't have any at the store, man. Yeah, I'm visibly sweating. Yeah, I'm sure I am, because it's 90 degrees here. Let me see if anyone else is live. And go tell everyone about the Wondrous Mr. Bear. Also, side note real quick. Do you know how fucking hard it is to make up a YouTuber? Like, the hard part for me on, like, that whole story was coming up with a name that doesn't already exist. Okay? Like, the first 4 names I came up with were already people that had, like, 100,000 subs. And I don't want to be like, yeah, this person committed murder. Multiple murders and left the bodies in his room while he was streaming. Like, it's just too many fucking... And I think I had Mr. Bear in my head because I'd been watching a whole bunch of did you go with Wondrous Mr. Bear because of Toast Bear Icon? I literally just made these. I just made these images up. I just always think about that. Like, there's all this YouTuber merch that just ends up in like dumpsters and trash fills, and it's fast fashion to some degree. So if it's just like you make it yourself, then like, you know, only however many that actually need to be made are made. But do send me pictures. Of any merch that you make, just because I want to see it. Instant shipping to anywhere in the world is pretty fucking cool, assuming that you can interact with Twitch or Patreon. But yeah. And then every time you make something with it, feel free to send me some money on Ko-fi or something. And now you guys have merch. I don't have to fucking deal with the overhead. I'm actually really proud of this one. This one turned out pretty good. It looks like a thing, though. I don't know who that looks like. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Bye.